Hi, I worked in finance across Seoul, Singapore, and Copenhagen. And here's the reason why I would choose to work in Europe over Asia, especially when you're 20s and 30s, even though a lot of people are saying Europe is dead and there's no future here. First reason is career. In Europe, there's essentially more deal flows in more variety and forms. And I think this is what builds you as an investor, your analysis, your negotiation, your execution. For me, especially, I work in infrastructure investment. So we invest in energy projects. And compared to my days in Asia, where you can get stuck with one or two deals per year, here in Europe, I can already feel that you get way more deals done. Purely because the market is more mature and there's more transactions happening. And I think this is especially important for people in 20s and early 30s, say analysts to early VP, to get yourself exposed to as many transactions as possible to sort of build your fundamentals more as your sort of a second nature that will last throughout your whole career. And I think second is lifestyle. You can, essentially reach so many incredible destinations within 1 or 2 hours of flight. For this year alone, I think I've done like 6 cities in Europe, basically from Art Basel in Basel to Stavanger in Norway. I mean, these trips aren't necessarily cheap, but I guess being a finance job means that you can probably afford these trips relatively better. And I think in your 20s and 30s, instead of doing, maximum saving, it's the time to sort of enjoy your life a little bit when you're healthy and free. Last but not least, obviously it comes with cost, tax. So in Singapore, I think I used to pay about 13% or so. And in Korea, it was like 30% or so. But in Copenhagen, as a high earner, you can easily expect to pay something like 50%. But if your employer is open to it, you get to be subject to this special expat tax rate, which is 33%, which isn't too different from what I used to pay in Seoul. So this isn't, for me at least, it wasn't too bad of a deal. So here's the sort of the reasons why I thought I would go for Europe over Asia for my finance career. Tell me what you think.